Hello, everyone. This is Felix Garcia, aka the Finance Pastor, and what an honor and a privilege it is to be welcomed into your home. We are coming off the heels of a great stock market push. Today, the stock market took a little breather from all the up movements that it has had over the last few days. With the SpaceX IPO coming abroad on Friday, this stock has continued to exceed expectations with another push today. What can one say? One of the things that many people I get asked, I've had people call me, text me, and they tell me, Felix, should I invest in the SpaceX IPO? And the question is, it depends. If you're looking for to be a long-term investor, and what I'm talking about long-term, and that means 1 to 5 years, 1 to 10 years, 1 to 20 years, I would buy SpaceX no matter what the price is, especially if you're doing dollar cost averaging. Now, generally, a stock like this has a huge boom when it first takes into effect. Then what you end up happening to see is a large slight movement down with many of the retail traders taking profits. Now, one of the things that does help is with a lot of the insiders, they are limited in how they can sell and what kind of quantity. There's certain rules that they have to abide by. And I like the way the thinking of that happens because it shows a little bit of stability in that company. Now, one of the things that I enjoy about it is like just like any CEO, any sports player, it's based on incentives. So Elon Musk has to acquire or at least hit certain targets before he can receive more income, more stock. So there's many things that are involved in this. And what I love about this is if you're looking long term, I would go all in and buy. And this is, I'm not giving you financial recommendation, but I'm also being prudent. One of the things that is we need power and we don't have enough nuclear power. One of the things that Elon Musk, in addition to the many things that he does bring and offer to society, is that if he can generate power from the elements of space, through the natural gases, through the meteor rocks, through any of the elements that maybe we're not used to having here on Earth. And he can find a way to either harvest the power, just like we extract nuclear power or power from water. Imagine if they can extract some type of power from all these resources on space that maybe can charge our phones wirelessly. That'd be the cool stuff. And that's the thing that we're believing, that many of these things could come to pass. And if you invest from a biblical perspective, you start seeing that a lot of the things that have been spoken over the scriptures in Revelation, in the book of Daniel, you start seeing that there's certain things that have to happen in order for things to come. So you look at it from a Christian perspective and from no biases, where you can look at this company and say to yourself, do I want to invest in the long term? As a personal investor, yes, I am looking at investing at SpaceX, and I'm doing it cautiously. I'm adding little by little. So for many of you, you consider yourselves as dollar cost average investors, which is a right way to do stuff. So I want to look at some stuff and hear some stuff from Elon Musk, and you can glean from that. And I want to share my screen. Let's look over here. I want you to see what Elon Musk said.
Yeah, it is certainly hard to believe that a little company that started in a warehouse in El Segundo is now is now going public for with the largest IPO that ever. And let me tell you, if people had told me this was going to happen, I was like, man, you must be smoking some really good crack, because I think this company's going to fail. I mean, I gave SpaceX less than a 10% chance of succeeding at all, to be clear. In fact, I told people this. I said, look, we're probably going to fail, but we should give it a try, because if we don't, if there's not a new company that enters space, we will never be a truly spacefaring civilization.
That is so powerful. Is that when he mentions is the new companies, that there's a new company coming into the space. Elon Musk and SpaceX are truly coming to disrupt this space. And when you have many companies that have been around for years, NASA is not innovative. There's other companies out there that are really trying to do best. But Elon Musk has a track record of using resources such as financing and finances and the things that God is already giving him as a steward, and using those resources to better humanity. And if you want to understand God's economy, if you want to understand what scripture talks about wealth and how to create wealth, is this exactly what Elon Musk is doing. You find a problem that nobody else can solve. You think outside normal means and you create a solution with when reckless abandon, and you find a solution and then you start charging for it. That's the thing about God's economy. Everything in God's equation in your life solves a problem. The chair that I'm sitting on solves a problem. And that's the thing that you want to see, is that in God's equation, every single thing, everything that has to do with wealth, is someone found a solution to solve a problem. And that's what we see. And I want to look at some other stuff from the SpaceX also IPO.
Nothing any of my companies have done has been to stifle competition. In fact, we've done the opposite. So at Tesla, we have open sourced our patents. Anyone can use our patents for free. How many companies do you know who've done that?
Anyone.
Can you name one? I can't. At SpaceX, we don't use patents. So I mean, so once in a while we'll file a patent just so some patent troll doesn't cause trouble. But we're not stopping any. We've done nothing anti-competitive. We've done nothing to stop our competitors.
I'm not suggesting you at all.
No, I just want to clarify for the audience, because some companies have done anti-competitive things. I think the strange thing, or the unusual thing about SpaceX and Tesla, is that we've done things that have helped our competition. So at Tesla, we have made our supercharger system open access.
It's got the new cable. It's even got the new screen here. So non-Teslas are going to be able to charge here.
Made our charger technology available for free to the other manufacturers.
And that is important. That is so important, especially for the electric charging vehicle. Tesla has the largest type of charging system. And what it does is, think of it as like an Exxon, a Mobil, these gas stations, these convenience stores. Well, what Tesla does is, it might not control the whole market for electric vehicles, but what it can do is provide the power. What it could do, it could provide technology. That's the part is where Tesla is going to be profitable. along with SpaceX, is going to provide different things that will generate that power. And I want to look at some stuff from Geneva. I want to look at from the G7, just kind of some stuff that Trump was talking about. We're looking at possibly Trump and G7. Let's look at what he's been saying. Let's look at this part right here. Let me share that screen again. There we go.
Deal. It's a fair deal. It's a good deal. We are not investing any money in Iran, by the way. That rumor got out there yesterday. It was ridiculous. We have the right to go in someday and do, if I want to do something or somebody wants to do something, but we are not investing any money. We have no obligation to invest any money in Iran. A deal. It's a fair deal. It's a good deal.
Okay. There's this talk about this deal for Iran and between the US and Iran. I don't think this deal is still complete. I know the markets have been reacting, and I want to start getting to look at the charts, but really here is we're seeing is that it's not the same reaction from, like, we're not getting the same movements as we thought of this peace agreement, because actually this peace agreement is actually not settled. It was said, I guess, to maybe jump the markets over the weekend because he was going to France. But honestly, this deal is not done, and I don't see Iran just giving up right away. So one of the things is I want to tread with caution, and I want to look at the charts here because the charts tell us a different story from what the news is saying, and what the charts are telling us is two different things. I want to look at the S&P right now. It's past 4:00 Eastern Standard Time, and we're looking at the S&P finish right above right here. I've had this line, I moved it over, but this is a huge gap right here. If the stock market, or if the whole world does not like the news that is happening in France, or any type of maybe misstep by Iran, any type of bombing, Israel getting involved, anything happen, this market will drop. If this market drops, look to fill this gap that it caused over the weekend, because this stock market and the S&P gapped 160 points overnight. Between Sunday opening of the stock market, it gapped up and it just stayed at the same number. We're seeing a little reprieve of the stock market today. Will it continue? If it does, look for this to fill this gap. If this stock does fall down, that 7,400 is the next stop down. If we continue to go down, look for 250, 7,250 to be the next mark. Let's look at the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ has been pushing through, trying to get to that $30,000 mark. It's trying to make it as like the engine that could, and this stock is making huge moves. But NVIDIA was the laggard today on this stock. So just seeing this stock moving long term, this NASDAQ should be crossing the $50,000 mark, maybe between the next 2 to 5 years. But I'm looking that in the stock market. Dow Jones, powerful move. Welcome to the party, Dow Jones. If you remember a couple of weeks ago, I talked about how the Dow Jones was the laggard in the up movement from the V curve. Now the Dow Jones has definitely joined the party. It has followed the S&P, and also the Russell 2000 has been following this movement up. This has been a great movement for the Dow Jones Industrial over the last few weeks. We are making some big headwinds and big headlines in this market here. I am loving what this is doing right here. Dow Jones making a huge move. Let's look at what else. Tesla, let's look at Apple. Apple, again, one of my favorites is just having a consolidation day. Could this be a reverse bull flag pattern right here? Could this be setting a day up to go right back down? That's yet to be seen. Many of those pattern technical traders love trading patterns. This could be a reverse bull flag pattern that maybe we could see a drop down. And if it does, we're going to come right back into the zone of the 275, 280. I still like how this stock is still playing out. Now, this stock could just bounce off of here, just go right back up to the 300 mark. It's yet to be seen. Tesla, another one. It has had a little boost from the SpaceX news. I was playing Tesla last week. I took a little bump up from the SpaceX news. Now, this stock again is in no man's land. It's just been in a really precarious little sideways pattern, if you could even can say that, but it has been generally in a sideways pattern. Now, if you look at different spots, I thought it would have cleared out from here, but you're looking at Tesla, this spot right here, let me go move this. But this spot right here, definitely a place, this 355. If Tesla goes back down, I'm looking it to fall back down to that 355 mark. But I'm hoping Tesla does stay up. Netflix, you're hurting me, Netflix. You're hurting me. I am bullish on this stock. I really am. This has gone past my buy zone right now. It has gone way down, but I'm still bullish on Netflix, and this is a stock that could be a sleeper if you stick with it. If it goes in the 76, I will still look to purchase long term. That's the key. If you want to place Netflix long term, this could be a stock that you may want to consider. Let's look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA just had not such a great day, but it's just following the patterns. Is on top of this chart that I wrote, the zone that I wrote about, that I drew. Could it go back down? I highly doubt it. NVIDIA is just too strong of a company, and it has revenue coming in. That's the key versus a SpaceX, which revenue is very small. So this one here, I kind of like. Let's see what it does. I want to talk about AMD. AMD, what a movement it has had. I mean, this is one of those where I kick myself. I should have kept it. I had it in the 140 range, and I kicked myself on this one. But this had a little turnaround day. This is a stock again. Could it come back down? Yeah. Could it fill this gap? If this stock does come back down, I'm waiting for it to fill this gap here. I'm going to actually draw it. If it hits this 363 mark, this would be one that would have to be in a day where the stock market as a whole falls precipitously, or AMD just has bad news. But I do like AMD. I just need it to come down before I want to put more money into it. Now, could this go to $1,000? The answer is yes. And then do a reverse split? The answer is yes. I really do believe that. Lisa Su is a very competent CEO. I believe in what she stands for. I believe in her vision for the company of AMD. So this is one that I want to add to my portfolio, and one of those that I wish I would have held. So this one, I do kick myself on this one. Meta. I love Meta, and I've talked about this company many times. I'm bullish on this company, but right now it's not playing nice. It's not playing nice with me. Long term, I like this stock, but not right now. Amazon. Amazon has had an interesting couple of days. It has its office highs of 270, well, off the highs of the 278, but it went and trekked back, and it almost looked like a M pattern right here. This looks like an M pattern for murder. Could this be the place where it stops and it just takes back up? Could be. Could be. But this is almost like a M pattern right here, right there. Perfect classic M pattern. Palantir Technologies. Palantir was upgraded today by these financial institutions. They all sound the same, but Palantir was one that was upgraded. Their technology is very pivotal. My thing is the backers of this. You got Peter Thiel, you have Andreessen Horowitz, and many of the insiders in Silicon Valley. This is one that they're not going to let, I don't think they're going to let their investments go to waste. And it's one of those things where I like this stock. So Veterans Bank abandons bearish call on Palantir. Anthropic ban could boost Mistral's 20 AI push. I don't know about this, but I will say one of the from technology wise, I'm actually more looking forward towards Anthropic and their IPO. I'm using Claude on many things and I'm starting to learn it. I'm not perfect. There's people way better than me. Claude 5, of course, we have that release was short-lived, but I'm really looking at technology that it's really going to be useful for the normal person. And I really do believe that this stuff, many people like me who's not tech savvy are going to be able to benefit from these type of technologies here. Let's look at Rocket Lab. Rocket Lab really hasn't benefited from SpaceX. You probably have some money maybe rotating from here into Rocket Lab, from Rocket Lab from here to SpaceX. You might be seeing a lot of that. So Rocket Lab ain't with it. Micron Technology, what a darling. I got a lot of friends in MU. They're crushing it. They let me know, but they're doing well, and I'm so proud of them. But Micron, this is a good stock. Don't be shocked if this has what was the earnings? Did it have earnings? Is it when in earnings? Okay. All right. Earnings is tomorrow, or June the 24th. Okay, so it's next week. Okay, so look at MU. I'm going to be looking at that. That might be something I might be putting in options play. I'm liking that. MU next week. I'm liking that. So MU is a play that I'm looking forward towards. All right, MU. Let's look at Coinbase. Coinbase again is still in this buy range that I have drawn here. It's in the lower range, but this is one is it all dependent on cryptocurrency. And this is where the laws for the Genius Act, the Clarity Act, if the Clarity Act has not passed, but if it does pass, could it help these cryptocurrencies that are struggling? I've taken a bath on Ethereum. So like Ethereum is just kind of gotten hammered. I got in around the 2000 mark. So, so I'm down about what, 25%. So on that one is you're looking at is on that, I'm looking long term. But if you're looking at good stock, Coinbase is one that if you look at what they're doing, they're creating their customers of tomorrow today. The younger folks, the younger people, the 20, the 18-year-olds that are now having cash, they're using Coinbase to buy crypto. Other people use Coinbase to buy crypto. This is one that I'm considering keep adding to my portfolio. Later on this year, the IPO for Kraken is going to come out. So let's see what happens with that. One never knows with these type of stocks. But as we get closer and we're looking towards doing a lot of what the market's about to do, no one knows what the market is going to do. It's in a place of indecision. It's in a place where any news from G7, any news from Iran, any news from that is going to just push the market one way or the other. I'm hopeful for more of a up movement, but right now is when you have a gap in the stock market that's very deep and very precipitous, just like it was, you generally have a retracement, and maybe not the next day or the following day, but when you have a gap such like that, you have the markets generally adjusting to that such movement. And what you start seeing is many of the stocks either come back and retrace, where you can either add positions if you miss that first movement. So as we get closer into the trading day, it's midday of the week of the trading day. There's still plenty of days to trade. Let's see what happens over the next few days. We have tomorrow and Thursday for trading. Markets will be closed for the holiday for Friday, and I hope to speak to each and every one of you. And if you have questions, just post them in the comments. I would love to answer them. Until next time.